Good evening, firing squad. Welcome to briefing number 2 of season 2 of the fucking Killing Wall. So glad to see you all coming in. Tonight, I'm going after something I'm passionate about. Tonight, I'm going after something that pisses me off. And you want to know what? You should get pissed off the fuck too about this. But first and foremost, let's go over some little bits here, okay? First and foremost, I want every single fucking person in here to take a look down below. Donate to Kinko. Help that motherfucker out, okay? Buy one of the shirts that this way he don't gotta worry about no fucking medical bills and to get him back onto his feet. Seriously, do the fucking thing. That's one. Two, don't forget, I want you to share this out to groups, share this out to timelines, share this out to your friends. Spam the hell out of them and make them sick of seeing my fucking face. Because you want to know what? They all deserve to see the truth. They all deserve to see the light. They all deserve to see who deserves two to the chest, one in the fucking head, get this shit squared away. 3, by the way, in case you haven't already, which means that you didn't follow fucking orders, download the Live 365 app. Carry me everywhere that you go so that this way you can listen to the shit that's coming out of Hellfire Entertainment. I'm telling you right now, you're missing out if you haven't already checked it out. And if you have, I guarantee you got a grin on your face from ear to fucking ear like a Cheshire cat because that shit rocks. We got all kinds of kick-ass content. It's constantly evolving throughout the year. I want you to do it. Speaking of which, you can check us out at hellfireradio.com. You can check us out on a YouTube page. You can check us out on our freaking Instagram. You can check us out on the Twitch. But of course, you're here at Facebook Live enjoying the shit out of me. So, you want to know what tonight? Tonight, I actually decided that I need a little bit of help on this. I need a little help on this because you know what? This is an important fucking topic. This is one that pisses a lot of people off. It pisses me off, and it pisses off everybody that's in the community that has to fucking deal with it. I got my buddy Lord Draco in here. This guy knows what he's fucking talking about, and I know damn well that you'll see that he knows what he's talking about. Draco, I'm telling you right now, bud, how you doing?
Doing all right.
Fantastic.
Hammer out
I
some
love
shit.
calm demeanor. Dig it. Yeah. See, you got foil here. Yeah, you got dark, you got light over here. Okay? You're pissed off about this shit. I'm pissed off about this shit. Let's see who the hell right now is reporting to the fucking line and telling us that they're here. Oh, wow, we got some troops reporting in for inspection. We got Troop Leanne. We got Troop Paige. We got Troop Beth. We got Troop Leonard. All of you, so glad to see you. Ronald, also glad to see you. Sergeant Tristan, glad to see you coming in. And Tyler, I'm glad you're reporting in. So Draco, as you see down below, we're talking about some kink shaming and how that shit has a tendency to piss us off. As I damn well know, it pisses you off, right?
Yeah, it's I
You got the rage. I can feel it. We got Troop Kevin and Troop Jennifer popping in too. So happy to see you. But you want to know what? We've got 4 bullets. Let's get these all into the bullseye and put one right between the eyes of all 4 of these, okay? What do you think, by the way, about the stigma that has a tendency to fill people whenever they get mentioning that they practice a kink? What can you tell me about the stigma here?
You got a bunch of blind-eyed idiots all jumping on band to this whole fucking thing that have no... I can't even.
Shit.
People hear kink. What do you think they think? All this new crap, this new age bullshit, this new everything that's got people hearing kink, and they automatically think the dark, dirty, nasty shit. No. You can have a kink. You can have an eccentricity, a quirk, something outside the societal norm, have it not be sexualized or anything in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
That's a kink. You can chew on a plastic bread tap. You can only walk on the left side of the road. You can put strange ass food in strange ass food. That's a kink. Anything done outside the societal norm. So I don't understand how somebody, educated people, supposedly educated people, can close their eyes, hear a word, and just automatically assume that's the end all say all. Kink
Yeah,
equals...
I mean, take a look at how people react to the word moist, for fuck's sake. I mean, come on.
Yeah, the word becomes what current people. It's like, where in the fuck twerk come from? I mean, it's a stupid made up word. It's a stupid fucking made up word. People got too fucking lazy to say booty work. They blended it together, made a new fucking word. All right.
Right.
You want people get all kinds up in arms, and I'm not trying to ruffle feathers here, but you know how many people follow in line and in suit when they hear the word cunt?
Ooh. Ooh.
Originally, before it was contorted and turned into a racist, nasty, fucking disrespectful, degrading remark, it had a purpose. It was a reasonable purpose, and that's why it got turned into what it is now. Originally, way back in the fucking day, your cunt was simply another word for your sheath, for your sword. It was a safe place to protect your most prized possession.
Right.
And now everybody's like, "Oh, you're a cunt." It's like, well, I'm offended. Like, oh, you're a safe place. You're a protector for my most prized possession, and that's how the thing got turned around on that.
Yeah, it's interesting how etymology has a tendency to seriously stir people up. I mean, take a look at the word. The word of the day, folks. The word of the night, folks, tonight is irate. IRATE. Okay? It means an enragement of expression, which in many ways can be seen as a kink, if you think about it. It is an expression of abject rage. Irate. Learn to use it! But I like the word cunt too. You want to what? I noticed that the English have a tendency to use cunt. You know, prim and proper British people have a tendency to call people twats and cunts on a regular basis. And I have to say to myself, the fuck? But then again, I'm also thinking it's a part of the freaking world where people stopped using swords back during the 19th century. Meanwhile, the rest of us have been using gunpowder since the 16th. The fuck? You know? But, you know, stigma comes from all over the place. If you really think about it, it comes from all over the place. And usually it depends on who it is that's throwing the stigma down. You got to take a look at varying points of society. Necessarily what it is that people think is right, what is wrong, what is normal, what is not. Think about it, okay? Salem, back in the day, a couple of people thought that just because somebody disagreed with them, they decided to get strung up because they weren't right. The fuck?
Yeah. You take some willow bark to help with a headache. Suddenly you're a fucking witch when all you were doing was using nature.
I know, right? So now anything that could be seen wrong is seen to be against the social belief. We know what that word is, and I ain't gonna be using the word. But that in of itself was enough to actually force an entire society in order to be able to push morality. Morality, by the way, is what it is when judgment is used. Judgment is pushed. Judgment is placed. Fuck judgment. Judgment of morality is 100% subjective. Draco, what do you think? Is it subjective?
Morality
Yes.
is a victim of societal norm.
Yes. Absolutely.
If you have enough people, enough temperamental, sensitive people screaming out about something being immorally just, they're bending the needle to fit their way. It's not about being offended. It's not about worrying about hurting somebody. Is it honorable? Is it right? Is it wrong? That
what's right in one mind is not right in another, and at the same time, what's wrong in one mind is definitely not wrong in another. And God bless them all.
Right, but that boils back down to what's normal for the spider is chaos for the fly.
And then the eagle comes by and decides to get hungry.
It's all a matter of perception.
You see, you mentioned the needle and the bending of the needle, and all I could think is ramming a syringe in some of these people's fucking eyes and twisting it a little bit, just a little bit. Show them a little bit of a pain kink. But that also goes back to another thing. There is, and this is something that a lot of people don't fucking realize. Most people in kink are the safest people that could ever be around. Do you want to know why that is? I'll tell you why that is. And I'm pretty damn sure Draco knows what the fuck I'm talking about here. Most people that have a tendency to practice any form of kink in one way or the other that could be seen as any kind of danger are usually the people that take the most precautions and most research in order to be able to practice their kink safely with people that they want to be able to practice their kink with later on. It's a truth. So what the fuck is your problem, people?
That's not right. That's not okay. Yeah, 43 people screaming out, but you have rights. You shouldn't be that way. You shouldn't wear the collar. You can't let them make you do that. Do y'all understand that the give and take, that when that comes to that moment, the person choosing to wear the collar has all the power? Because if the sub doesn't give themselves to their dom and allow themselves to wear that collar, the dom has zero power.
Yes. And there's a key word that you used there at the beginning of that. Do you know what that word was?
Consent.
Consent and chooses.
Of your own free volition.
Yes. Because you know what? When people submit to that particular dynamic, they're not giving up their free will. What they're giving up is their consideration. They are placing the consideration of the person whose name is upon that collar, or the person that placed said collar upon individual with their consent. They're saying, I'm going to consider you first. I will be second, but I'm going to consider your wants, your needs, your desires, your feelings first. That's it. That's all they're giving up, if that. And it's not even giving it up, because guess the bit. The best part about that, they could just simply say, you know what? Fuck that. I should be first. What you think about that, asshole?
Yep. Completely.
That's it.
Completely. People hear it, they see it, they don't understand it because they think it's one person's right being taken away by another. But let's say you have a heart condition. Let's say you go to a doctor. All right. That doctor practiced, studied, knows all the safeties, everything he can know. Before you go into that, you know what you do? You sign consent. You give permission for that doctor to put your heart in his hand, knowing that he's been vetted, that he's educated, and he knows what he's doing. But if at any point in time leading up to that point, you can go, nope, don't want to. And walk away. Ask for a new one. Check out another one. It's perception. Perception. Yes. People see one thing and they go, I don't understand this. I don't want to understand this. They start listening to respond to people rather than hearing what's actually happening.
Yeah. If people actually bothered to take more than 5 seconds beyond a glance and read what it is that they're freaking out about, it would solve so many problems. So many. I think you want... Let me tell you something, okay, people? You know the piece of paper that's on the back of your freaking doctor's chair? Your doctor's chair, okay? That thing with the lovely little gold seal on it? Guess what? That's saying he's okay to do the fucking thing. I was at a freaking kink party not too long ago, okay? Maybe about a year, maybe 2 years ago, okay? The thing is that the person was working with needle play, okay? That basically means the person gets their jollies off of getting, or you want to get in a, okay? Here's the bit. One of the people had the balls to complain, saying that this person didn't know what the fuck they were doing. The person performing it was a licensed phlebotomist. For those of you who don't know, phlebotomist, person that works with needles all fucking day. They do blood work. How the flying fuck are you going to tell somebody they don't know how to handle a needle when it's their job? They've got certificates and shit that most people don't even think to get when they practice shit. The fuck is wrong with you? You moron!
I see a thing. I'm uncomfortable with the thing. I'm going to slander and run my mouth rather than try to accept and understand it. That's all it is.
Yes!
That's all it is.
We fear that which we do not understand, and 9 times out of 10, if we have the ability to crush that which we don't understand, we get our boots on and we waffle stomp that son of a bitch. That's the
You have nothing
mentality.
to fear but fear itself.
Yes, but I embrace fear. Yes, but, I'm going to say this. It's rare. I'm pointing this out. It is a thing, although it is rare, that people take things to a little bit of an extreme. Just a bit. I've seen some shit. And there's still some stuff that I take one look at and I'm just like, that's a thing.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Yeah. Why are you turning the voltage up?
Human nature. It's the competitive spirit.
You can't look away. But, there's plenty of shit out there that, is going to make even the most experienced individual within the particular community a little squicked, a little shaken, a bit shook, and somewhat triggered. But you know what? Here's the kick. The person that's on the receiving end of the thing likes the thing. You take your judgment. You swallow it down. And you keep your mouth shut. Otherwise, you're going to choke on it.
To each their own. Everybody's got the right to express themselves. Did you consent to it? Good job. Are you happy that it's happening? All right. Are you considering your safety precautions? You're square. Good job. I'll watch. But I got nothing against you doing your shit.
Yeah. This is why I tell people, whenever it comes to any form of negotiation to play one way or the other, write it down. Write it down. Because guess what? You're going to have a Karen. You're going to have a Karen. It's going to be like, you didn't consent to this. I'll be like, look, motherfucker, you see that shit? That's my signature. Try again. Upholdable in the legal court. Fight me. I dare you. You just made my lawyer very fucking happy.
Ugh.
It's a wonder to me, and I'm sure it's a wonder to you too, because I guarantee you have more than enough people that actually participate in a little bit more of the extreme shit.
There's hundreds of thousands of people that participate in extreme stuff, but it's only the ones brave enough to do it where they can be seen that get the hate.
Oh yeah, exposure is a bitch, isn't it? Yeah. That's what makes spaces so difficult to fucking find these days, because you can't do shit without the risk of a snowflake or a Karen coming in and actually saying, I feel triggered by that. They're consenting adults. They're being safe about it.
I'm fucking sorry that you're offended. If you don't like it, move the fuck on. You don't have to stay in this space. Close your eyes. Exactly. Walk away. You don't know how I look? Don't fucking look at me. Move on.
Yeah.
I'm not hurting you. I'm not forcing you. I'm not making you do anything you don't want to do. You stopped of your own volition. You consented to seeing this.
Yes. Dude, I saw the rain starting to come. Come on! You're killing me. But yeah, that's the thing. It's legitimate. It's, the idea that a person suddenly sees something and they have this thought process that their neck, their hips, and their legs are no longer functional, but rather static. That's a fucking hypnotic trick I gotta learn. Because I've been a hypnotist for quite a while. I've done some real twisted shit, and even I don't know how to do that. Non-consensually. That's a fucking study of fucking science of hypnosis I've never heard. How to non-consensually hypnotize somebody to watch something that apparently disgusts them.
Oh, they're mesmerized.
Of course, that's known as hypnotizing. Franz Mesmer, my buddy. But still, it's oh my goodness, come on. There's extreme shit, okay? Most twisted, okay, hang on. Because you want to know what? We're coming up to what I call Mr. Rogers time, and a lot of people in here love Mr. Rogers time. Okay? Some of the most extreme shit that I've seen out there, even I won't practice with hypnosis. Simulated. Okay? Let alone the people that do a real practice. But I still give them their kudos for doing the thing. But you got these folks out there that are legit hopping in, laying down judgment. And yes, I had to add the base to that. Laying down judgment. Okay? And using what I call big dick energy to smack people upside the face with it to tell them, hey, guess what? It's not right.
Appreciate what you have. Respect what you have. But much like your fucking dick, it's not your job to run around shoving it down people's throats. Yes. If you don't want to see what's going on, you don't want to be privy to what's going on, move the fuck on.
Yeah, meat
plain and simple.
Is not the thing.
Right, and this whole thing is falling dangerously close to the definition of sane and insane. I mean, it's all personal preference, right? I'm afraid of heights. All right. Mm-hmm. I think it's fucking sane for people to jump out of a perfectly good fucking airplane. But people make it their life to fucking do it every goddamn day. I don't judge them for that. I'm not going to fucking do it. If you don't want to get hit with a paddle, you don't want to get chained up, clamped, electrocuted, or otherwise, it's not your fucking thing. Don't fucking do it. But don't go around debasing, degrading, and slandering other fucking people for something you don't understand and can't handle.
Yes. Damn it. I saw the rage start to build. Come on. Oh, okay. Here's the bit. You want to know what? I can tell you the reason why these people are fucking pulling this bullshit. I can tell you why these people are pulling this bullshit. You want to know why they're pulling this bullshit? I'm going to tell you why they're pulling that bullshit. Okay? These people have a tendency to feel that they need to actually present themselves as something of a moral pedestal, as something as a paragon, as something that can necessarily be admired in society. Unfortunately, a good majority of the social circles that these people grow on are always in a contest to see who's the most virtuous, who's the most moral, who's the most to be admired. Let me explain to you something whenever it comes to admiration and whatnot, okay? Nobody admires someone that ruins someone else's fun. And we all get back at those that pull that shit. All the time.
Everybody does it in some capacity or another. You don't have to be in the scene to be sitting out by the fire, have some friends come over, and that one person shows up, and next time you're like, no, they create a fucking scene and turn everything around. Don't bring them around here no more.
Fucking vegans.
I'm
yes, get pissed.
The human fucking body evolved evolutionary. You have molars, incisors, and canines. You are an omnivore by birth, by evolution, by stripping away something you were supposed to have. You are crippling your body. It's not natural. I'm not going to hate on you if you don't like the tasty goodness of the fat, yummy brisket. I'm cooking a 15-pound brisket tomorrow. All right. Oh. I got a smoker. I got all the shit running. If you want to have some, you know what? Add some fucking dice to your goddamn diet. That's vegan friendly and gluten free. How about that? Leave me alone with my goddamn beef.
You want to know what? Meat tastes like murder. And murder tastes pretty goddamn good. Why the fuck are you people eating all the damn animals' food? You're making them starve. Have a heart.
You're going to eat all the vegetables? I guess I'm going to have to thin the herds of meat so nature maintains a balance.
Exactly. Oh, my God. You see, I knew I'd get you pissed off about something. I'm going to find it. But to keep on topic, to keep on point, to keep on necessarily what it is that we're targeting tonight. Okay? We have had a few setbacks, unfortunately, when it comes to the kink community. Now, I'm pretty damn sure some of you know when I mention one single word of this, shades, and how that completely fucked us all. And what's fucked? Now, Draco, this is what's fucked, and some people might know this, some people may not. And this is fucked up. I can't rip into that. You know why I can't rip into that? Because that was a consensual dynamic between the individuals, regardless of how toxic it turned. That's the fucked up part. Morality for those of us within the community is very strong. We take a look at that and we say that's not how we are, but that's how they are. Those two individuals.
So basically, what you're saying there,
Mm-hmm.
all right, if all the topics we've covered and come through at the moment, they were consenting and practicing their own thing within the community. But because their dynamic was outside the societal norm of the community, their kink was a kink.
Yes. Their kink took the form that it did. And to not be hypocritical, we can't shame it. We can point out several of the flaws of the logic of it, but that's all we can do.
Concerns.
Out, yes, we can express concern. We can express distaste, but we will not stop two people from practicing, nor will we shame them from it. They do them. It's consensual. You want to wring the neck of the individual, but you have to accept it because it's there and it's their thing.
Right.
And unfortunately, and this is where it becomes a problem, is that society takes a look at a mass, mainstream, distributed example and blanket statements it. That this is the all there is. This is how it is for everybody. Ironically, this is the biggest. I have to admit, I swear to Christ, they fucking thought of this because only a genius of marketing could have thought of this. Legitimately, the title of this piece of shit couldn't be more truthful. It's more like 500, but it's really 50 shades of gray because there's different ways to practice what they based their practice on. And 99.99999999999% of the people within the community do not do it like that.
Hollywood took a color dropper and grabbed 1 pixel of color out of the entire fucking rainbow of hues and made that into a wrapping paper. Now, everybody sees the wrapping paper and none of the rest of the prize in the box.
Yeah. It's the ultimate fuck you. The marketing flat out said this isn't how everybody does it, and they still did it.
They white elephant gift exchanged an entire community.
Yes! Yes! Tell me your mind isn't blown by that. Am I the first one to point this out?
No, in this particular fashion, yes. But I have said for quite a while the BDSM community is all shades on a rainbow. I mean, I saw a thing here a while ago, and then about labeling, right? You can throw a label on something. You can say, and for the sake of using the spectrum as an example, red. That particular dynamic, that's a master slave. That's a red. You've got crimson, and you've got all these other shades in that fucking family that fall under red. They're not all cookie cutter fucking red. You can't do it that way.
Exactly. Good analogy. I dig it. Yes. So now, for Roger's time, I could be a little bit more comfortable and I could tone down the rage. Although the rage is real, folks. Because this shit is bullshit. The shit that, we as those that deviate from the societal norm is bullshit. That we're being judged. and then people judge.
Right? Oh yeah, no. People who live in glass kink houses shouldn't throw bricks.
Although usually what they're doing is they're throwing floggers and God knows how many other different little bits.
Oh yeah.
Littles are throwing freaking letter blocks.
Glitter bombs and super glue squirt guns. They're fucking all the shit up.
Don't give my subs any fucking ideas.
Oh.
Christ, the last thing I need is for one of them to actually super glue my dick to my stomach.
Oh,
and I've got
no glue stick. No.
He's got my mustache. Yeah.
Oh.
It's kind of insane, you know, folks, when we've got a lot of stigma, judgment, morality concerns within the kink community, and we're always trying to fight it, you know, because ultimately it is a battle to prove that you're not trying to hurt anybody. It's never a battle against someone else. It's strictly a battle of defense. And unfortunately, it's constant. I mean, am I wrong, Draco? Or is that
no,
like,
you're correct. I mean, okay, people don't understand. And like this falls back kind of a collaring vid I did earlier today. When you get into the BDSM, the society, right? The community, I can't look at you and clearly put a cookie cutter picture on you. You can't do the same for me. I can't do the same for this person. All right. Everything you are a unique individual. You emphasize, cling to, and embellish your own traits that make you unique. You will attract your magnetic opposites, your pairs that fit your polarity. Now, you are unique. Those subs will be unique. That makes that dynamic, that situation, a unique situation. It will not be like anything else ever, anywhere else, to anybody but you and yours. So you can't just come in and neatly wrap it up in a bow. It's all shades, it's all hues, it's all embellishments in the spectrum, right?
Yeah.
My stuff isn't going to be like yours. Yours isn't going to be like Bob's. Bob's isn't going to be like Susie's. So people need to focus on the importance, right? Are you happy?
Mm-hmm.
You being safe? I'm not going to say sane because, again, everybody's different in what they. I don't do heights. I don't do this. I don't do that. Those people that do it are insane. I have nothing against them. You need to listen to people with an open heart, an open mind, and you need to listen to hear what they're saying, not look to respond to what you're seeing, because you don't see everything. You see what's on the surface, right?
That's right.
The only 2 people, 3 people, however many people that end up in a group are going to be unique to them. They're the only ones who have vetted each other, all of the secrets, all of the fears, all of their mentality. So those are the only people they're going to understand and know that. And it's going to look foreign to somebody else. It's going to look strange. It's going to look like a 8-legged bat. And people are going to run in fear without taking the, oh, well, it's a vegan bat.
Yes.
You're quick to judge things that you don't understand, is all I'm saying. Like, you take the time to actually learn, figure it out, be accepting that your boots are unique to you. They're not going to fit anybody fucking else. You can't make what you think fit everybody else. All you can do is just look out, happy, healthy, and safe.
Yes. Yes. And that ultimately is the nature of kink, in my opinion, is there is no morality as long as everybody's happy, healthy, and safe above all else. Because, I mean, some of the stories that I've heard and some of the things I've seen. I wasn't joking when I said, I've seen some shit. There is an individual that wanted to get hit in the face with a microwave. I'm not joking. They wanted to get their face blasted with a 35-pound appliance. I had questions, but that's all I had. I didn't have judgment that was outward, but I had questions. I mean, it's hard.
Right.
It's hard to not have judgment with some of the extremes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say I don't judge. And I mean, if that's their thing, that's their thing. But when you hear shit like that, you can kind of say to yourself, "Okay, I kind of get where judgment's coming from." A little
right.
bit. Like, have you thought this through? Because that's going to cause injury, even if it's something that's done by accident, the right way.
Right.
I mean? So
Right.
you want this to occur on purpose, the right way. But if it's not the right way, it's not going to be fun.
That sounds
asking for it.
That's like a naughty BDSM version of some WWE ladders, tables, and chairs match.
Yeah,
like crack me over the skull with this chair and then give me a little reach around. That'll be good.
All right, okay. It's a thing. I once was I was doing an interaction with somebody and I gave myself force powers. Okay? I was Darth Vader, pissed off. Okay? I was a Sith Lord. All right? Grabbed the person by the neck hypnotically, lifted them up hypnotically. They were on their tippy toes and feeling choked. Again, all 100% negotiated. Until I flung them off to the side. There was drywall.
Oops.
Yeah, it didn't stop them very well.
I can fix drywall.
Yeah, so can I. But I took a look at it and I was just like, that just happened, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, though. You can get into a lot of this kind of stuff, and there's some of these things, like some of the stuff I do and enjoy, you can get real fucking deep with, and people don't even realize it because there's not only the physical, there's the mental aspect. Like, one of the reasons I feel that primal isn't talked about as much as it is because you can't teach instinctual urge.
You can, in a sense. It depends on the wording. With that, if I was to tell somebody or to give somebody instruction on primal, I would tell them essentially, don't give a fuck about how you move. Don't give a fuck about how they move. Accomplish your task by all means available. You've got nails, use them. You've got teeth, use them. You've got feet, arms, appendages, phalanges, use them. Don't give a fuck. Because at that particular point, if you've gone primal, your only aspect of reason is one of two things: fight or flight.
Primal gets deep.
Yes.
Especially when you take into consideration most people function in two ways when it comes to primal. Are you a human primal or an animal primal? Which set of instincts are you going to tap into? Now, as a hunter, human primal me, I've hunted in the woods. I live in the woods. I can tell how you're walking based on the disturbance in the dirt and the direction shit is. I can tell when female time is coming up by a change in pheromone in the atmosphere. It's like, I know why you're being kind of snooty. You need to watch that. No, and then like usually it's like 2 days later from the bathroom I hear, fuck you. How did you know? It's like this the air changes. Now, animalistically, things get a little more deep, a little bit more different. Do you have an animal side? Can you tap into the animal side? Are you going to be on 4 legs? Are you just going to be on 2? What is your end goal? Are you stalking? Are you deriving your pleasure from knowing they know you're following them and will jump out and get them from anywhere? Are you going to get your pleasure from the takedown, from the struggle? I'm a fight person. I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to throw you around. All consensual, of course. I know how to do something, which way I can roll this leg, whatnot, without hurting somebody, but with force. Some hunters, it's not the takedown. It's the mind game of, I'm in this tree and I'll make a noise on purpose. Oh, I heard you over here. I'm going to circle around 40 yards, make a noise from the other side, and listen to you squeak, because now the noise is from the other side. There's so many different instinctual things. Do you want to do it at night? Do you want to do it at day? Water, no water. How are it? And then
you got me slipping into a little bit of a primal mindset because I'm a vampire by nature, and we're primal. We're a mix of the two. We had somebody in the comments that actually said, "Could you define primal?" And
that's
you
weird.
were right already into it, so I'm just like,
now, I can't see any comments on my screen.
No, it's all right. I can relay any questions.
I'm just going where the energy is taking me. And that's where we've kind of, I'm just feeding off the overallness. Now, if you enjoy primal, there's a slight chance, especially if you're animalistic, you're going to possibly venture into and or already know you enjoy CNC breeding.
Yes.
That's not a lot of something, or that's not something a lot of people initially considering primal realize, especially the animalistic side. You're instinctually, as an animal, you're hunting or you're fucking.
Yes. Essentially. It's one of the two. Yeah.
I like primal. It's like Queenie, she's a fight prey. Her goal is to draw blood and fight and scratch and bite, and instinctually, part of the ability I've grown to control my rage is it becomes fuel that I funnel into conversation, being able to put a check on it and formulate an articulated logical thought process. You can't destroy toxic with toxic.
Precisely.
But primal state, the more you inflict, the more fuel I'm given. It translates into more force, translates into more passion.
Yes. It's delightful.
It's fun.
You know what? I will say this. Be thankful she isn't a lioness. You know how a lioness ensures that her mate follows rules, right? And wants to play. They bite at the male's nuts.
I'm not going to confirm nor deny.
I love it. But
I said I like biting. I didn't specify where I did or did not like getting bit.
Yeah, that's smart.
No, she's a pain in my ass, though.
They're guaranteed a pain elsewhere too, but still. I mean, yeah.
She may be prey, but she's 100% brat switch. So,
Excedrin, not enough in the world, man. I've got 5
Coffee.
brats in my freaking my polycule. 5. Think about that for a second. 5 brats.
5.
Yeah, there's a reason why I'm called the brat handler king.
Right. I like that you said handler. That's something I've grown to say instead of tame. To tame something is to
hinder.
Promote that you broke them to your will and made them do what you want to do. And brats, in and of their nature, do not need tamed. They simply need handled and guided.
Yes. Show that it was a quote in a webcomic I once read that said the purpose of war is to convince your enemy not to lay down and surrender, but to show them that it is in their best interests to not fight back.
Oh, I had a quote spring into my head just then, and it's fucking gone.
Well, it happens.
I'm still in the woods.
Okay. It'll come to you. You know, believe me, I've got the scent of blood on my freaking nose right now. I'm just like...
Right. Tact in class.
Fucking long, man. It's killing me.
Oh, having tact is the ability to tell somebody to go to hell, and they look forward to the trip.
Yes. Yes. See, one of my partners right now is in the chat basically saying, I'm a brat trainer. No,
any brat trainer. To be a brat handler, you have to be bratty yourself. It's a battle of wits. You just have to prove that yours are sharper, faster, and more honed.
Yes. And as a hypnodom, I'm a fucking demon. I know exactly how to out-brat every single one of mine. And I can do it all in their heads. I think I have, without question, figured out the perfect way to do it, too. I hypnotically place Siri in their minds.
Oh, man.
On loop in their heads. I disable audio. I disable visual. I disable motor function. I make them only hear in their heads. Rick Astley. Toto.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. There it is. That was weird.
Better?
You're good. Yes. I fuck with their heads that way. Or if the audio isn't working, I just might make them think they've got something stuck in their teeth. Or an eyelash in their eye. Or that they tried to sneeze and couldn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Itch that they can't quite scratch.
That's like that. Yeah. Sneeze but can't. That really deep itch right between the eyes that you can't reach with a finger.
Or feel like they got to scratch at the roof of their mouth.
Yeah, that tickle in your throat you can't get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
It's constantly.
You see, right now, one of my partners is legitimately rolling their eyes. They forget that if I want to, I can hypnotically induce period cramps and a yeast infection at the same time.
Ooh. It's like, oh, you're just...
hypnodom.
You've been constipated for a week and nothing will fix that. It's like, oh, my God.
I hope that vertigo goes well with that nausea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hope you like toothaches or hyper tooth sensitivity.
Yeah, no. I
Every monster
can't.
tastes flat, and every glass of water tastes like Monster. It's fresh.
Oh, well, what?
Yeah.
Coffee, monsters, water. I
Simple.
can't tell people to drink water and then not end my day with water.
I
So
can.
that's true.
Might be your
Oh, it might
Oh, there it
be.
is. There it is.
I think I moved and brushed my fob thing against my shirt and changed the volume level.
Understood. Being dizzy is no bueno. Don't fuck with coffee. Oh man, don't. Vertigo sucks. Don't give him more ideas. You see, that's just it. It's the most beautiful thing. Somebody on one of my TikToks. Oh, by the way, this is where I met this very wonderful individual. TikTok is an awesome thing. Seriously, go out there, check out his shit. Lord Draco is the man, hands down, no doubt. The question. And one of the lovely videos that I posted got a whole lot of Doms a little irked because they thought I was giving the brats a new way to fuck with their Doms. And they still haven't figured out what I was really doing. They haven't figured it out yet. That's the beautiful bit of it. Ash kind of picked up on it pretty quick, but the subs are like, yay, new ways to play. The Doms are like, why are you revealing way to screw with us? And I'm just like, if you haven't figured out what I just did, you're never gonna get it. But once you do, you're gonna be thanking me.
Every cause has an effect. Every action has a reaction. As long as you know what's going on, you can counter. If you
Yes.
see what's coming, there is no fight.
And best of all, if you have a crap ton of brats all doing the same thing because it's the new popular way to screw with their Dom, the Dom already has the defense. Law of large numbers. They can't defend against something if we already know what's coming.
Right.
Oops.
It's like I know there's an airbag in this vehicle. I'm just gonna ride it out.
Mm-hmm. I got some people thinking I knew exactly what you were doing. Fuck that nonsense. And I'm just thinking, I already know your tricks. You already know that I know your tricks. So come up with new tricks. I think that's the beautiful thing about a Dom sub relationship when it gets really, really deep into the dynamic. Is you can predict each other's movements. You can figure things out. You still there, boss?
Yeah, Boya woke up. I had to send him back to bed.
Oh, okay.
That was the mute button on this thing, clicking on and off. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's the ultimate connection. Once you figured out how they're going to screw with you, they can't.
It's the ultimate game of cat and mouse.
Yes.
You're playing relationship. Sorry.
It's more like Uno when you're playing with 5 others, but still.
I've had a couple of good reverses.
Meanwhile, I'm the one with all the draw 4s.
Oh, wild cards.
Like, please play with me. See what happens.
That's the beauty of stepping into a game, though, especially a game that you know. And enjoy. You know all the pieces. You know what's going to happen. It's the order of which it happens that makes it interesting. Because there's only one outcome.
I win. Whether you like it or not, I win. Good luck.
Yep.
This is why I have trouble playing chess. because I don't know if I'm going to win.
I
have yet to be defeated, but still, I don't know if I'm going to win, and I'm not going to try to think that I know if I'm going to win.
I like the game for the uncertainty. For every move, there is a counter move.
Mm-hmm.
There's a long game strategy. I don't know how it'll end. I enjoy making the moves, seeing what's happened, and adjusting on the fly to combat that.
It's best when you learn how to regulate the game to the point where they think they almost won. You almost had me. Good job. I'm so amazed.
No, it's fun. It's very
Although,
fun.
to be fair, my brats have figured out how to counter me. They swarm me.
Oh, that's just
at a time.
that's nature, though. You only have two hands.
I have 2 hands, 2 feet, and the most powerful thing in the world, my voice and my imagination.
Right. Yeah.
That's all. This is why I always promote no dominance. So freeform.
Right. I could see that.
I'd love to instruct you. You would make a very excellent apprentice. Come to the dark side of cookies and coffee.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to do it for tonight. We've got a lot of folks basically trying to promote zip ties here.
Because zip ties can be gotten out of.
Yeah, I know. Although my partner Paige has figured out a way to use them in ways that even I can't get out of them. I'm an escape artist. But I want to thank everybody for coming here. I want to thank you especially for coming here. Don't forget, check out Hellfire Radio for awesome content. Hop on the TikTok and check out Lord Draco if you're over the age of 18. And you better be if you're up this freaking late and watching this. Okay?
Indeed. Open hearts, open minds.
Yes. Just as long as you're an adult.
Yep.
And by all way, folks, I'll be here all week as per usual. Same time slot, same time channel, and next briefing. So thank you all for coming on. Don't forget to share this to groups, timelines, your friends. Spam the shit out of this. I want you to get pissed. I have merch. So seriously, check that shit out. In the meantime, I'm going to consider every single freaking one of these dismissed. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Draco. Have a good fucking night, folks.
Indeed. Stay unconditionally you.
Indeed.